What is a flipped classroom? Is it just the latest piece of educational jargon that describes what classrooms and teachers have been doing for years? Is it just a rebranding of prep as modelled by the public school system? I don't think it's either. I think it's new advances in pedagogy that takes account of the movement of technology and our understanding in how children learn and how teachers teach effectively. Bloom came up with this taxonomy of learning. You can see that the lowest level is remembering facts. However, without rote learning, you can't move on to understanding. Without understanding, you can't move on to applying, and so on. Each level is based on the firm foundation of the previous one. Our job as teachers is to push students up through the levels. We want the most meaningful, the deepest learning to take place. Unfortunately, the traditional model of learning is sometimes called the sage on the stage. This is where the teacher stands at the front of the class and delivers a lecture, and the students passively accept the learning. You can see that according to Bloom, this is a very low level of learning. There are practical problems with this as well. Sometimes the teacher goes too fast, sometimes the teachers go too slow. It would be better if the students were in charge of the speed of the delivery of learning. It would also be better if the teacher was speaking just to them, one-to-one. Then the students go home, and often they have a homework task that involves the higher levels of learning, such as application or creativity. And when they're at home, students can't access support. This is problematic and causes a lot of stress for students and parents alike. What if we turned it round? What if we did the rote learning of facts at home, and then at school we did more activities that involved application of learning, the higher level activities, so that support from the experts was available just when you needed it. So in a flipped classroom, students are asked to watch videos or read fact sheets at home. It's not quite as happy as these pictures make it look, because you do need to take notes to make sure that you're processing the information deeply and that you can review the information when revision time comes round. When you get to school, you could then do a variety of activities chosen from a menu. You could go to the library and do some more research to extend your knowledge. You could do a practical experiment building on what you've learned. You can make posters and critically evaluate or compare things. We could even do 3D models. In fact, you could just talk critically about what you've learned. So what would this look like in psychology? Well, for instance, what about if students were asked to look at a video of the multi-store memory? This is just an idea about how memory works. At school, they'd be able to choose from a menu of activities, each one from a different place in Bloom's taxonomy. So you can see here that the making the summary cards is from the recall model. You could do a past exam, that's application. You can make a collage, that's quite creative. You could do an experiment, that's using it, applying it. Or if you designed an experiment, that would be creative. You can see there's a wide variety of activities, and the menus would not just be limited to this. So there could be hot seating. In fact, I'm not bothered about it even being haiku or interpretive dance, just as long as students could show me that they understand the concepts that they need to understand. I hope this has given you some idea of the increased activity that students get by following a flipped classroom, and the importance of preparation by watching the videos and taking notes at home. There's another video on this channel to show you how to do proper Cornell notes from the videos. I hope you find it useful.